The postman will no longer be dropping letters at your door on Saturdays starting this summer. The Postmaster General announced the cost-cutting move as part of a broader effort to combat the sagging revenue and waning relevance of the post office. Hard to believe, but the Postal Service was once a very big deal. The U.S. Post Office is actually older than the country itself. Considered so important by our founders, the head of the Post Office was a member of the president's cabinet. The first postmaster was Benjamin Franklin, and the importance and the romance of letters lasted centuries. That miracle on 34th Street was made possible by the mail.
If the United States of America believes this man is Santa Claus, then this court will not dispute it.
If mail was sometimes an annoyance,
I got 3 Pottery Barn catalogs in one day. That makes 8 this month.
and sometimes a punchline,
I'll handle this, Violet. Why don't you take your 3-hour break?
it was because it was so ingrained in our lives. Would Mr. Rogers still build a character around the mail?
Delivery.
Would Blue's Clues?
The mail's here.
Would a fearsome basketball player be called the mailman today? Would Kevin Costner make a movie called The Postman? Well, maybe he shouldn't have back in 1997 either, but he did. A futuristic tale of a man out of time delivering letters. It took place in 2013.
There used to be a postman for every street in America. They wore uniforms and hats, just like this one. I don't think we ever really understood what they meant to us until they were gone.
And yet, given all that, one New York man says the post office is a mighty fine place. Evan Kalish joins us by Skype from his apartment in Queens. Evan may be the Postal Service's #1 fan. How many post offices have you been to, Evan?
Just shy of 5,000 across 49 states.
5,000! So why?
Yes.
What are you doing at all these post offices?
Well, I love to document them. I like to get off the main drags and visit towns and communities across America. The Postal Service, local post offices are a great place to do that.
So I had the good fortune to spend some time with you about a year ago as you went on these postal adventures that now count nearly 5,000. So for the folks who don't know, what are you doing out there and why?
Well, I get photographs of the buildings, which you are legally allowed to do from streets, incidentally. I also get postmarks. Whenever you mail a letter and you hand it across the counter, and they put a round date on it that declares where a letter entered the mail stream and when it was given to the post office. Well, I collect all those. Every post office has a unique one, and my father and I have about 12,000 at this point.
And I know from hearing your story before that one of the first ones you visited was the Devil's Tower. And when I was out there last summer, I thought of you when I stopped at the post office. And it is cute. And it's a way, I guess, for you to see these places, an excuse to go to places that you otherwise wouldn't go.
Absolutely. It's a perfect reason to get off the main drag. These places are incredibly photogenic. And of course, in thousands of towns across the country, they're still critical to the everyday lives of the residents, or I guess in Wyoming's case, these ranchers.
I wonder if today's news at all makes you concerned that your hobby might not even exist in some years.
Well, there's always concern that as the Postal Service consolidates its facilities, my hobby will be much less interesting. There'll be fewer communities that I can visit and conduct my operations in, as it were. No, but I think the Postal Service still serves a vital role in American society and will be around for years and hopefully generations to come.
Okay, a very optimistic tone. Evan, thanks a lot. Where are you headed next?
If I had to pick a specific office to be number 5,000, I'd love it to be either Supai, Arizona at the base of the Grand Canyon or someplace in Alaska. It'd be a good excuse to get to state number 50.
Okay, well, good luck as you inch towards 5,000. Have a good night.
Thank you very much.